I love you. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Life Starring Deb. I am so happy that you tuned in to today's show, and I'm hoping by the end of it, you will feel better about loving yourself. You see, this is the time of year as we approach Valentine's Day. And boy, oh boy, Valentine's Day can either be up or it can be down, depending on who you are, what you expect, and how you feel. See, we are going to be reminded, those of us that get out in the world on February 14th, either going to work or school or running errands or whatever, and we are going to see balloons. We're going to see flowers. We're going to see people, scurrying around trying to get wherever. And then the day after, you're going to see evidence of the love. You're going to see jewelry on people, maybe new outfits, all kinds of things that people give to each other on Valentine's Day. And I actually love Valentine's Day, not for myself, but because I just love seeing other people being loved on and appreciated. And I just think that we are all better because of it. But see, that's me. There are some people that dread Valentine's Day because to them it's no big deal. Nobody's going to love me. Nobody's going to give me anything. No one's going to say happy Valentine's Day. And then I have to sit back and I have to watch everybody else. And that's not going to make me feel good. And that's horrible. And I really do mean that with all sincerity, that if you are, just because you are, there should be someone in your life that just says happy Valentine's Day. I love you. And that is why I started this episode saying, I love you, because we just don't hear it enough. But more importantly than not hearing it enough, we don't say it enough to ourselves. When you think about your thought process, what goes through your mind when you think about yourself? Are you patient or judgmental? Are your thoughts gentle or harsh? Are you kind or unkind? Do you do unto yourself as you do unto others? What I want you to remember is the messages that you send to yourself define who we are. If we walk around with a frown on our face, or, we're agitated all the time, or we just don't seem like we're in a happy place, that doesn't attract people to us. But if we walk around uplifted and happy just to be alive or happy just to be here, that is energy that attracts other people. What's interesting is when I'm driving to work, when I stop at a stoplight, for instance, and I may glance over at the car next to me, I can usually tell just by the way they are in the car if they're having a good day or if they're having a bad day already. Usually, people have these frowns on their face and they look like they're just impatient and they're holding the steering wheel all tight. And they don't want to look to the right just to acknowledge someone else. They're just there, And I'm like, that person probably isn't having the best day. But if I look in the car and, I may not hear the music, but I can tell they have music on because they're bouncing and they're smiling. A lot of times they're singing. If they have someone else in the car with them, sometimes they're laughing. And I said, you know what? That person's day is starting off pretty good. And that is contagious. Because if I look in someone's car and they're frowning, then I look in my mirror and check myself like, well, am I frowning? Because sometimes we're just not conscious of how we look, and somebody, you may have a look and somebody might say, you all right? You go, yeah, I'm all right. Well, oh, but they're thinking because your face, your energy is giving off something that, maybe you're not in the best state at that moment. And that happens. It just happens. So we have to check ourselves. But even before you get in the car, you need to start habits, things that you can do to build you up, to show yourself love every day. Something like when I wake up, I have a habit. When I wake up, the first thing I do is I thank God for waking up. Thank you, God, that I woke up today. And then usually my next thought process as I go into my bathroom, which I set up because I spend a lot of time in the bathroom. And usually, the first thing in the morning, I head to the bathroom. But when I enter my bathroom, it's clean. It smells good. It has things in my bathroom that remind me of the things I love, lipstick and perfume, and it's I have flowers in my bathroom, and all of these things lift my mood first thing in the morning, and I try to keep that with me throughout the day. And what I'm saying to you, those of us that are having some problems with loving ourselves, be reminded that you deserve it. You deserve the kind of love that you give out. You deserve to get that back, right? You deserve to feel like you matter, because you do. And see, those of us that live alone, you don't always have a warm body next to you to make you feel loved and appreciated. You may not have anyone around you that gives you those words of affirmation that we do crave. And that is why it is so important that we love ourselves first. We have to show up for ourselves. We do, because you know what? We know us better than anyone else. We know what we need. We know what we want. We know how we feel. And we have the ability to change our mood, to lift ourselves up first. So we have to begin to tell ourselves that we matter, that we are capable of loving, that we are capable of being loved, and we deserve that. Because you know what, folks? Our friendships, our work folks, our family folks, our church folks aren't always kind folks. So we have to be able to say, I love me, and show that and feel that and give that out, because I guarantee you, if you give it out, it will come back, and sometimes not in ways that you expect. So as we prepare for Valentine's Day, I hope that your day is full of love and appreciation for who you are and what you bring. And if not, wake up on the 14th and say, I love me, and I am happy to be here on Valentine's Day to see another one. And then do something kind to yourself and start doing that every day. Again, I love you, and I hope that you are loving on yourself. That is today's episode. Be kind, be good to you. Take care.